afternoon, everyone. Thanks again for joining this episode. Today I will be showing you how to make LaShon's famous homemade cornbread dressing. First, we'll prepare the cornbread dressing, and then we'll let it cool, and then I'll show you the proper steps that I take to make my cornbread dressing. In the next step, I'll show you how to crumble up the cornbread to get it in the right consistency where you can add the other ingredients.
All right, LaShon, what's next? He's still grinding and making it finer. This man is passionate about what he does. Tell me what that individual egg is all about.
Well, I'm just putting it together. I'm going to use it within my dressing. Just chop it up fine and add it in. Adding it in. This is going to be part of the steps. One of the steps of adding it in as well. You won't be able to taste it. It's one of the ingredients that we're going to add within it.
So LaShon's making the Thanksgiving dressing, you guys. And as you can see, he's got all his elements on the table, ready to go, to add in. When I tell y'all, it be so wonderful, it don't make no sense. And I'm so grateful that he watched his mama down through the years. Because Helen Woods, you did great, mama. You did great. Right, you guys. So LaShon is going to share with us all that he does to put this magical dressing together.
I'll be adding some bell peppers. About a half a cup, or you use as much as you think you need. I don't want to overkill because I don't like too much overkill. You're adding some celery in. I got a cup full, but I won't need all that. So I'm going to use about a half a cup as well here, or as you need it. Depends on your preference if you want it or not. Same with the bell peppers. It's optional ways to do it, different ways. It's just what I like, we like. You could mix of that in there. Again, you got the bell peppers going, you got the celery going. It's gonna give you some nice flavor. Again, about a half a cup. If you make it more, of course, you would double your sizes in that. I'm going to use some pepper, about a teaspoonful. I don't have a measuring cup, but if you got a good gauge, there's no right or wrong way to do it, you know. And season as you need it. So you want to sprinkle that in there pretty good there. Some black pepper there. Season to taste. And if you don't need it all, you don't have to use it all. Same with salt. You want to get some flavor in there. So if you have a measuring cup, you can measure out to the exact size you need. Or if you don't need it all, just sprinkle and get a really good taste in there. You don't want it too salty or it's not edible. You're going to season towards your taste preference. So we'll start it off here. Maybe not all the salt in it. And then as we make it, we'll see what else we need to add as we go along. I'm gonna stop that for now. Got some sage here, ground sage. The ingredients so far we use pepper, salt, and sage, bell peppers, and onions. So
Now, mind you, family, we're talking about that awesome, that wonderful country dressing that we all grew up with. You feel what I'm trying to say? That only a few people can make to perfection. Okay, he's one of the few people.
So we got the ground sage here. We'll use that. Again, based on your preference. We're gonna go start off with maybe a teaspoonful. You don't want to overpower it, or it's again not edible. Or you got a sage, more sage than you do. Where you can't taste all your flavors, and you want all those flavors to kind of marinate together as they cook, and so you can get the full taste of it. So again, I have maybe a half a teaspoonful so far. Again, I don't want to overpower it. I'll put some more in there in a minute. It's always going to be based on your preference, what you can handle, or what you want your guests to be able to enjoy from your creations. Again, there is no right or wrong way on how you do it. Just mainly using the ingredients that you need or think you need to make everything come together. Okay? So that's about a teaspoonful for now. If I need more, again, I'll add more as we go along. Also, we got some onions here. I have a cup full here. I won't use a cup full. I'm just use probably a half. Keep all my ingredients the same at half. All right. The next, we're going to add some onions. Again, I have a cup full, which you may not need that much. I'm going to start off with a half a cup full. I have the comments below, the ingredients below, so you can see, and then also you can share your recipes as well if you're able to. Okay, now we're gonna mix this, give this a good mix before we go and add the next ingredients. Okay, use this spoon right here for now. Mix it in pretty good. Everything is a good mix. A good mix. Because there are more ingredients to add. Give a good mix before we go into the next ingredients. You see those bell peppers, those onions. You can smell the sage in it. Pepper. So we're gonna give that a good mix. Make sure you get all up in there. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Okay, next. All right, so far we got the pepper, we got the salt, we got the celery, we got the bell peppers again, we got the sage in. I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning in. I like to add that in just for a little bit more flavor. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit in here. You can put about a teaspoonful, what do you think, a teaspoonful or a spoonful, just to give it a little more flavor. That's what we're going for, a little flavor. So put some Italian seasoning there. Next we're gonna go ahead and get the Italian seasoning in. We're gonna add some chicken. I like to already have some pre-cut chicken. We'll just add some chicken inside. This is probably about, so far this is about 3 chopped up thighs, and I'm gonna use the broth off that also to use into the dressing. So the broth off my chicken, I'm gonna use that into the dressing. So I'm not gonna put it all in there right now. I'm gonna see what I have, and then if I need to add more, I will add more. So I got about a little bit, almost all of that out of there. Have a special mix, seasoning mix that I put together here. And so I'm gonna add a little bit of that in right now.
Is this an ancient Chinese secret?
No, that's a family secret. Well, it's a secret. That's something I came up with, so.
Okay.
I wanna, but you got the majority of the basis of everything there. what you need. You don't have to add this in here. Just something I'm adding this. It's just some herbs to put together. Kind of put a little bit of that in there. Again.
Smelling wonderful already.
So now I got that going on. I'm going to use, I need to get a little cup because I'm going to use some of the broth here to put in here to kind of give me a good mix so I can start stirring everything together here. So I'm just, the ingredients I added so far, I'm going to mix that in, give it a good mix before I start adding the other ingredients. So right now you should be able to smell a nice aroma before you actually, and you can see based on what you have, whether you need to add a little bit more chicken or salt. Everything else is going to be on a taste basis, and before you put everything together, and you'll be able to taste it to see if what you miss. So we have that. I'll put over now. I have one egg I chopped up that I diced up. I'm gonna put that in it as well. Mix that up. Mix that in as well. Mix it in. You won't be able to taste it because it's gonna be marinated and sauteed inside the other ingredients here. So you have chicken there and all the mixtures there. Now we're gonna go in and add in the liquids in. So I got a teacup here, and I'll start to put everything in place. Teacup here, use it here, come here, and start pouring it in. Again, you're using the broth from your chicken, and you're adding it in. And if you don't have enough broth from your chicken, you can always add some chicken broth in to help you out, to make it go a little further. You start stirring that in, stirring it in. You can smell it coming together. So you want to get a nice consistency where you can be ready to bake it. I've never been a stuffing guy, so homemade way is the best for me. And everybody have their own preferences, you know. So stir it in.
And so for you glovers, for the ones who or I'm sure somebody's asking about gloves when they was adding the meat ingredients and etc. LaShawn is making this for he and I.
Yeah.
Okay, we are at home. And don't be hating, don't be jealous. I know y'all want some of this wonderful, wonderful mix. And I can't wait for you to see the end result.
Sure. Mix it in. Stir in. So the consistency is coming together. Just smell it.
Mm-hmm. And so,
Again, if you need to add more broth, you can always get you some of the pre-made broth in the store. They have different variations from it. I mean, they have the store brand, you have the Swanson has theirs, and I'm quite sure there's other brands that you can use. It's just based on your preference. Or you can make more broth, homemade, your preference.
So you guys, as you subscribe to the channel, drop us a comment below. Let us know. So up to this point, is that how you do your dressing? Are these some of the ingredients, or do you do something different? Are you adding something different? But drop those comments below, and also, again, subscribe to the channel so we can continue with awesome content such as this.
So I see right now, I'm going to just go ahead and add the rest of the chicken I have in. Again, this is for home use. Before I was preparing it for somewhere else, I would use the proper PPE, which is the gloves and everything else I need. Right now, I'm gonna see what I have. I'm gonna taste a little bit, see what I need to add or don't need to add. Based off my taste there, I need some little bit more sage in there. So I'm gonna add a little bit more sage. Again, you don't want to overpower it. You want to try to get the right consistency where you can taste it. And so just add a little bit more there. I'm not gonna do too much more of it because I don't want to overpower it. So I'm gonna mix that in as well. Mix those in. We'll get a nice consistency where it bakes. You don't want it dry as well. So I'm gonna add a little bit more broth in here. And right now it's as needed. Just add a little bit there. Mix it in pretty good here. Smells wonderful.
Also, you guys, also for the ladies, shout out below, you know, your husbands that actually do cook, help cook, or do the majority of the cooking.
Just use the last little bit of salt I had there. And we don't want to overpower it. Also have here some milk, carnation milk I use to kind of help out with everything I have there. So I add a little bit of that in there. Maybe a half a cup there. Oh yeah, it's starting to look really good now. And that'll help you out if you're cooking. Now, you don't have to use carnation milk, just whatever. If you don't want no milk, you don't have to use milk. I just like to use milk. Again, now we got a nice consistency where it's about to go in. Add just a little tad more milk there. Right there. Oh yeah, that's good now. All right, the final step here, I've mixed all the ingredients together. I preheated my oven. I like to use a temperature of 350. That's what I like to cook on. You can, depending on the type of bakeware that you use, you can go up 375 or 425. It just depends on how fast you want to cook it. I like a nice slow cook. So at 350, I've already pre-greased my pan with the what I use here. I use a little bit of butter and a little olive oil. So it just depends on if you want to use vegetable oil, you can use that as well. Now I'm gonna go in and pour it in so I can get it in the oven to go. So we're gonna try to get an even balance of it in this pan here, and it should cook a lot here. So we got everything in there, it's smelling good. We're gonna let it cook. We'll be ready to serve in a little while.
How long are you cooking it?
We're gonna try 1 hour until it's brown, or you can take a toothpick and you can put it through and nothing comes through. So 350, we got everything here. We're gonna even it out, balance it out. So it's gonna be a pretty big dress in here. And if you want to use a bigger container, you could. We don't need a bigger container. We're gonna help divvy you this out in a little while. So you take that, spread it around, get everything out of it, and we're gonna put it in the stove.
Wow, looks great. And
So
again, you
that's what we
said 350 for the
350
temperature.
for the temperature. We're
And
gonna
cook.
go about an hour, or until you can take a toothpick. You can slide it all the way through. It comes out and nothing's on it.
All right, you guys, we'll see the end results.
Thanks, guys, for being so patient. It's been an hour, maybe about an hour and 20 minutes now. I'm taking the dressing out now just to test it here. You see it's brown now. Also as a taster to make sure that it's done all the way through. You take a toothpick, slide it all the way through, it comes out, ready to go.
Perfect, perfect.
Thanks again for watching this episode of LaShon's famous cornbread.
All right, fam, you won't be disappointed. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.